Welcome, dear friends. What a blessing to be here with you. Another Tuesday, another day, another opportunity for us to get together and study the many teachings that we can find with the Spiritist magazine. Welcome. Here we are. If you are joining us live or on demand, remember every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we come together to study one of the articles from one of the issues of the Spiritist magazine. And we have today this beautiful message by Ubiratan Rosa that is titled A New Life. Dear friends, if you visit spiritistmagazine.org, I want to share my screen so that we can see. If you visit spiritistmagazine.org, you'll find the website of the Spiritist magazine where you can download all of the issues of the magazine free of charge. You can as well download the app. We have a beautiful app for your Apple or Google devices in your general tablets where you can download all of the issues free of charge. And because you can download the issues free of charge, that also means you can read it, you can enjoy it, you can study it at your Spiritist center at your house when you're waiting for your coffee, so on and so forth. There is a link to the Facebook page of the Spiritist magazine, and also if you're able to, a donate button, because the efforts are free to consume, but they do take resources to produce. You can browse through and go straight to the PDF download of the magazine, read about the foundation of the Spiritist magazine. There's a contact form if you'd like to leave a message for the editor, Vanessa Saloni, and here a copy, direct page for the newest issue of the Spiritist magazine. And it's always a pleasure to be with you. And today's article is titled A New Life. Right? And dear friends, who does not want to think about having a new life? And you can have a new life even within this life. We can choose today to leave the old us behind and move on, building a new human inside of us each and every day. This message is from the author Ubiratan Rosa, and it's not yet in English. Many of the articles of the Spiritist magazine are unprecedented. We see them here first time in English, where the team translates, revises, and will bring it to you firsthand. It comes from a book called Caminhos da Sabedoria, which would be Pathways of Wisdom by Ubiratan Rosa. And here on the right side, as if you're watching this on video, you'd see me scrolling, maybe hear the mouse going around, scrolling up and down, many issues of utmost importance to today's topics. And all of the Spiritist topics, if you go back to 16 years ago, when we have, the publication of 16 years of continuous publication, you find the hallmark of the Spiritist message is that all the teachings are timeless. So today we can use what Kardec brought to us. There are messages here, for example, the greedy farmer. Is from the Spiritist magazine of Kardec's time. This is an interview of a spirit. And then this was first published in November of 1864. As we meditate and think about having new opportunities in this life, or even if our friends and loved ones have departed to continue life in the other realm, we ask ourselves, how can I Be like Kardec. Give the best that we have to the world around us. What can I do within my circle of influence that is to help the community around me? I apologize, it's a little blurry, my glasses. So we can think about, what am I here to do? Those are one of the things we learn with Spiritism. Who am I? I am an immortal spirit. What am I here to do? What is my reincarnatory plan? Where is God allowing me to be? Where am I going to? What kind of activities am I being asking to partake in? What are my talents? What are the things I want to work on? Right? This all part of this new life, the new us. Because life is one. This existence, right? Life is one. Since God created you as a spirit billions of years ago, most likely, then you are simple and you lack knowledge, which is what the meaning of ignorant is in the spiritist literature. Then we have experiences and experiences in this planet and perhaps other planets, different bodies, different existences. And today we know so much is going to be asked of us. So let's make this thinking, how can I be an agent of goodness in the world today? How can I bridge the divide? How can I reach out to my neighbors, regardless of what they look like, who they voted for? It's a very interesting time of introspection, especially because right now, where I am, the United States, I experienced the changes of seasons. Right now, we are in autumn or fall. We're entering a period of colder months where we calm down everything. We come in and almost like hibernate, but not in a sense of comfort and watching TV and binging Netflix and all the other programming, but as in I go inside of myself to make an evaluation of what happened. We're going to enter winter, more changes. Then I make plans anew and spring comes. This constantly renewal, which is part of life on Earth with our place in the solar system, with the tilt of our planet and the rotation around the sun and of itself, the moon, the magnetism that the planets exert upon each other. So we are here for a reason. We need to exist in this time and place, and we are equipped with the resources to thrive. Not just to exist, but to thrive, regardless if we have the material resources. So today, we'll be talking about a new life. Who doesn't want a new life sometimes, right? There are many, many spirits also waiting for a new life. But this type of life what we're going to see here is slightly different. So let's make an adjustment, get rid of our sidebar, make it a tiny smaller so that we can only have what we need to read. So we can focus. There you go, a little bit too large. So he's going to be talking, let me make it larger. He's going to be talking about those who departed. Have you lost a loved one? Is a loved one of yours ready to go? So this is a great opportunity for us to receive this message. Ubiratan Rosa says, never say that you have lost those who have left us through death's door. We are immortal spirits. This existence ends, the physical body that ceases to work. That's how it's time the spirit leaves, right? The physical body ceases to be able to sustain life. And then we have a transition from the physical realm to the spiritual realm. And we're gonna, and if this transition of ours or others of our loved ones um, were to occur now, Joanna de Angelis says in the book Happy Life, should meditate about death every day, we would find ourselves the same place where we are right now. We don't become angels with wings, playing harps and eating grapes in the clouds, even though that wouldn't be okay for a little bit, right? We just transition from the physical body to the spiritual realm, and we're going to live a life in the spiritual realm. He says, when someone we love very much dies, we have not lost them. They have simply left us and gone to the spiritual plane, where we will meet them again one day. The certainty of the immortality of the soul, the certainty of multiple lives. This is not our first rodeo on the earth. It will not be our last. If with God's grace, we'll be able to return and complete the task and contribute to the progress. Now, if you're not coming back to contribute to the progress, perhaps we'll be invited to go elsewhere, a different planet of trials and expiation, so that we can experience different things that will lead us to progress. Death is not the end, but the beginning of a new life, more perfect than the one we live in the heavy matter of our physical body. So, friend, if you have lost someone recently, some time ago, right? We know grief doesn't work in a linear fashion. Know that you see each other again. There are many places they can be in the spiritual realm. We pray for them. They can hear our prayers. They can feel our prayers with their spiritual body. And we can aid in the transition. Resignation, right, comes in a time that I accept that God took that person because it was the right time for them to return. They've graduated. We celebrate the return from birth. We need to celebrate graduation, which is death. So if everything that we've done here is come to an end, then we transition. And then there are many ways we can communicate with them. Even if we're not mediums, we can talk to them, we can pray for them. Some people can feel their loved ones. Perhaps they are in a different colony, in a different place, in the space infinite. Perhaps they're already discarnated, but we are connected through love. So what happens in the spiritual plane? Ubiratan says, on the spiritual plane, we are clothed with a glorious body, celestial body, the perispirit, which is separated from the earthly body when it dies. So that's the mechanism. Simple. There's no magic, there's no occult, there's no mystery. We come to earth and we connect perispiritual molecule to physical body molecule, one by one, molecule by molecule. It takes 40 weeks, 10 months, plus years in infancy, up to 7 years, as Andrea Luiz tells us, for us to be fully reincarnated. Those are the most precious years where we need to be with our family members so that we can mold and guide and look at the tendencies and correct and have influence upon them. And then when we return, we detach molecule by molecule from the physical body that does not serve the purpose of the spiritual spirit and perispirit anymore. It ceases to sustain life, and then we transition. And from perispirit to perispirit, we can feel and communicate with our loved ones, with our mentors and guides, who are now spirits, just like you and I will be one day. They are right there with you, watching, listening to everything that you do. There are many types of spirits around us, as we learned from the Spirit's book. Those who are formed here are already clothed with this spiritual body. They are the same, they have the same features that we know so well, and the same love for us who love them so much. A little more time, one more laugh, one more tear, one more dream, and we will be with them, all clothed in light. Isn't that beautiful? Now, are we saying that everybody's going to be clothed with light in the beautiful realms of reality? Not quite, right? We want to have the merit to have our inner light as we are going through a reincarnation on the earth. And how do we acquire their merit, their inner light? Through service to others. No amount of traveling, selfishness, self care, distraction, wasting time is going to bring our inner light. It has to do with love and connection with one another and service to one another. It takes time. You have your reincarnatory plan. Your family members have their reincarnatory plan. Those who left earlier had their purpose of reincarnatory plan, but we will remain united, connected with one another for love. So today we want to meditate on how am I going about using the little time, the laughs, the tears, the dreams we still have being allowed to experience through the time left. God has granted us this opportunity to stay even if they went. No despair, no joining them. We have to remove ourselves from the vision that if I go ahead of schedule, I'm going to meet them. This is unfortunately brought to us by a couple of teenagers, as Shakespeare wrote, right? One took their lives, the other one took their lives. Many examples of suicidal spirits in this Heaven and Hell book might be prevented from seeing their loved ones because they committed a crime against the laws of nature by taking their own lives. But there is hope because we pray for them. The good spirits are in the spiritual realm rescuing the suicidal spirits, rescuing those who are suffering. So we can still be connected and pray, but no despair. And it is natural that we undergo the process of longing, of missing the person. Longing is real, grief is real, and that's why we are together in society. And the things that I can do are the things that benefit you, and the things you can do, the abilities you have benefit me, and then we complement each other. We're not here to go through the loss and grief alone. We have to seek resources. We have to talk to counselors, go to medical physicians, go see a therapist, engage in community, and most importantly, to serve. Because when we serve, especially those who don't have anything to give to us in return, because that's not service, right? That's quid pro quo. We do so we can receive. If we do for those who cannot give back, then it's true service. Every time you help someone, you're making those spiritual connections. They will remember you by the way you looked at them, by the way you were kind to them or not kind to them. So we're choosing kindness. We're choosing good words. We're choosing good deeds. We're choosing to see one another as the true child of God that we are. No artificial boundaries that we as a culture have created in terms of territories, color, race, size, shape, preferences. We are truly children of God, as Jesus sees us as the potential pure spirits that will be one day. We look at one another, we help one another, we seek one another in order to serve, building connections, choosing kindness, choosing to be nice to folks. And ultimately, you want to treat others the way you want to be treated. You do unto others what you want to see done to you. So, dear friend, this message was translated from the book Caminhos da Sabedoria by Ubiratan Rosa. And this is from issue 67 of the Spiritist magazine. Let's all implement many good deeds and actions, spiritual connections, so we can all be clothed in light when we discarnate. And it's one step at a time, one day at a time, 1 second at a time. Dear friends, I truly enjoy our time together. I hope that you have a blessed day. I hope that you share with your loved ones. Perhaps this message can reach someone in need who may be suffering. And we pray that our Master Jesus continue to bless us here in the United States, in all of the other countries of this globe, to the many universes and to the many planets that we have in this beautiful cosmic creation. May you stay well, may you stay safe, and until next time, I wish you many, many blessings. Take care.